everyone, it's Nancy, your favorite innkeeper at Old Square Inn in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania in beautiful Lancaster County. And thank you for joining me today. Today is Stromboli Day. Now, some of you might know that I was a teacher for 24 years, and as part of my teaching stint, I taught home ec. And Stromboli lab was always one of my favorite things to do. And this was, I still have the original paper from the labs that we used to do with the kids. Each of the kids had a job. They had to be washer, getter, cleaner, dryer, set up all their things before they made their Stromboli. They would make the Stromboli half the class would make the Stromboli, while the other half was doing a project, maybe something on etiquette or foods or nutrition, and then we would switch the following day, and the other kids, hi Joe, the other kids would then make their Stromboli. Then on the third day, we finally ate the Stromboli. And I'll tell you what, when we baked those Strombolis, everything smelled so good. All right, so let's get started with our Stromboli. Remember that you need a loaf of frozen bread dough. So we're going to start with that, and here's the best thing about that. You don't even need the whole loaf. All you need is half a loaf of frozen bread dough. Put that on there. I'm going to just cut that in half, and with the other half, you could either make another Stromboli, or you can make something else with it, and I'll show you what you can do. Now, when we would roll these out in FCS, this was one of the toughest things for the kids to do. Hi, Joan. Oh, she remembers Stromboli Day. Because the frozen bread dough, as you know, bread dough contains a lot of gluten, and it's the gluten in the bread dough that makes the dough want to contract like that. So even though this looks like an easy thing to roll out, the dough keeps wanting to go back together. You're going to roll this out about an 8 by 10 size. This is a fun thing for the kids to do. They might need a little bit of help. And get your cheese ready, get your ingredients ready. It's April 1st. How did you wake up today? I don't mean did you sleep on your side or were you sleeping on your back. I mean, what were your thoughts when you woke up this morning? Hi, Susan. Did you think, oh my gosh, another day stuck in the house? Or did you think, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do if I have to homeschool my kids another day? Or did you think, oh my gosh, I just want to see everybody? Well, you know, you've got to start your day a little bit better off. You got to start it with some good thoughts, because one day we're going to want these days back, and you're going to say, oh, I wish I were homeschooling my kids again. I wish that I was able to spend time with my husband again the way I can now. There are good things about this, as long as you're not one of the sick people, right? But every day you have to give gratitude for what you have. Wake up in the morning and say, I am so excited to see what this day is bringing me and what kind of blessings are out there for me today, and how can I be a blessing to somebody else? Keep those things in your head, because you watch the news too much and that can really bring you down. I've decided that I'm going to turn on the news maybe 15 minutes twice a day, and that's it. I started to watch a report last night, and it was just so depressing I had to turn it off and pet the cats. Okay, this is about the size of a piece of paper, 8.5 by 11. If you can, roll it out a little larger, but I'm telling you what, it's a little bit tough to do that. Okay, so next, first thing we're going to do is put on the cheese. Let's see, can you see that? Yep. And I am going to put on a little bit of mozzarella. That looks pretty good. I'm going to put on a little bit of cheddar. And we always used to tell the kids, when you're putting cheese on this, you want to be sure that you get it all the way to the ends. So when you cut this up, the guy who gets the ends still has some cheesy goodness. But look over here. Do you see this end right here? I'm going to leave about 1 inch there. Hi, Lillian. I'm going to leave about an inch there where I don't put any cheese, because as you roll this up, it pushes the ingredients forward. So get your cheesy goodness out to the sides, leave about an inch at the top. I'm going to put some grilled onion on this also. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. Kathy is our lady in pink. She's known me for a long time. She was one of our fun guests for our cruise murder mystery. Oh, I love these grilled onions. These are so delicious. Grill you up some onions, girl. That'll bring all the boys to the yard. You don't need no milkshakes. Although milkshake sounds pretty good right now. That sounds pretty good right now. Although with this, I would probably prefer an icy cold Coke. All right, I have my cheese down. I have some sauteed mushrooms down. Now, if you're going to put mushrooms on, you want to be sure that those are sauteed. You have to take the water out of that. All right, I like green pepper. I'm going to put some of that on there also. And then put some pepperoni on there. We used to get the frozen bread dough for the kids, and we would give them 2 ounces of hard salami and the cheese, and they were allowed to bring in whatever ingredients they wanted to put on it. And some of these kids brought in like extra cheese and bacon and ham and all kinds of stuff. They looked pretty good. All right, got my pepperoni on there. And then I'm just going to roll this up. I see that somebody's talking to me, except my phone is so far away that I can't read what you're saying. I wish that would speak. All right, so just start to roll this up like a great big burrito, we would tell the kids. And if you lose your cheesy goodness as you're rolling it up, throw it back in there. There. Ooh, cheesy goodness, get in there. When you put this on your tray, on your baking pan, you're going to put it seam side down. And some of my cheesy goodness fell out. I got to stuff that back in there. Get in there, cheesy goodness. And then I used to like to tell the kids, you have to fold this edge under just like when you make your bed and you tuck in your sheets. Although I don't know how many made beds, but tuck your sheet under. Come on, cheesy goodness, get in there. This is just like when you're making your bed. Whoop. There you go. Put that over. Okay. So that's ready to go. We're going to go seam side down because we don't want to lose our cheesy goodness. But looks like I lost a little bit there. All right. So here is our stromboli. Edges are tucked under. I'm going to brush a little bit of oil on top of this and cheesy goodness. Now, if you put it on top, it's just going to burn, but you got some cheesy goodness there too. So brush a little oil on top of this. It's going to make it brown up real nicely in the oven. And here's the thing for this. Ideally, you're going to let this double in size. Let it rise at room temperature. I don't know how long that's going to take in your house. Depends on if you have it in a warm place or in a drafty place. And that is going to make you a great, big, beautiful stromboli. But if you can't wait and you just stick it in a 350-degree preheated oven, you're going to come out with something like this. Doesn't that look so good? And we would always tell the kids, you want to cut this at an angle, not because it makes it taste better, but just because it looks better. Doesn't that look delicious? I got to take a bite of this because I have only had one breakfast today, so this constitutes my second breakfast. Then I'll have my first lunch in about an hour, regular lunch at noon, and then a third lunch a little later. Really good. Now, I want to show you how to make something else out of the other side of that dough. Of course, you can make another stromboli. I'm going to show you how to make some cinnamon rolls. Now, these for sure you have to let double in size before you put them in the oven. But you're going to do the same thing that you did with the stromboli. Put some flour down. Be sure that you roll this out. I like to pat this into a rectangle of sorts. I have had this dough in my freezer for probably 6 months. I don't even know. And Jill had said the other day, she asked if you could use that pizza dough that comes in a tube. You probably can. I never used it. We had always used this bread dough because it was the most economical thing to use with the kids. And again, I want to get this rolled out to about the size of a piece of paper, a little bit larger if I can do that. You probably know that gluten is formed with the protein in the wheat anytime that you add water to it. And the more you mess with it, the more the bonds form and make it a real solid, stable kind of product. That's why when you make muffins and cakes, you don't want to overbeat those because you don't want too much gluten forming in that. All right, I'm cheating a little bit and stretching this out. All right, now, there we go. So I'm going to take some soft butter, and I hope this is soft enough, and just spread it out on this dough. Can you guess what's going to happen next after this? Well, I can't really read what you're saying, but let's see. Yeah, after this, we are going to put on some brown sugar and some cinnamon. And if you are lucky enough to have Penzeys cinnamon, you are going to have some delicious cinnamon rolls. So after we roll these up, be sure you put enough butter on this too, because it's got to taste like something, not just rolled up dough with sugar on it. And the butter also helps give it like a real caramely sort of taste when you do that. It's pretty good. And you know what? If you don't like cinnamon, like some people I know, don't put cinnamon on. Just put on the brown sugar to give it the caramely. All right, so that's my little dough for the cinnamon rolls. And now I'm just going to take some brown sugar. How much? I don't know. A couple spoonfuls of brown sugar. Whatever you like. Let's see how that looks on there. That looks pretty good. And remember, again, get your brown sugar to the end, because if you're the guy who gets the end piece, you want some of the delicious flavor of that also. Get in there. That looks pretty good. Let's see if I can see my Penzeys cinnamon from here. I have these spice racks up here because, as you know, this is a very, very tiny kitchen. There. Okay, so there's the edge that I didn't roll up yet. And sprinkle on some Penzeys. Oh, this cinnamon smells so good. I know I let you smell this before, but smell this. Doesn't that smell good? So good. Penzeys. All right, now, this gets rolled up like a great big giant burrito. Just get in there, brown sugar goodness. But here's the difference in this. So, this is rolled up. Get in there. Get in there. Now, look what happens. All right, so I have my great big rolled up burrito. I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to cut this in half. Let's see. I'll cut this in half too. I was trying to decide if I wanted to make 8 or if I wanted to make 12 out of this. I think I'll just make 8. And now this, for sure, you have to let sit at room temperature and double in size. Now every time I do a demo, just like I did for school, I have to prepare the item the day before so I have something to show the kids. And I just thought of this morning that I could show you how to do these cinnamon rolls. So I don't have any of these prepared, but you will like these. All right, and these, just like the Stromboli, are going to go into the oven. Get in there. At 350 for 20-25 minutes. All right, and that's all you do. And then these are going to rise and get really big and delicious. And I think I'll put some of this cinnamony goodness on top of there. And then you could always make a little glaze to go on top, or even a cream cheese icing. All right, who's making stromboli today? Who's making cinnamon rolls today? And these are such easy things for the kids to do too. All right, thank you so much for joining me again today. And if you enjoy our production here, please share this on your Facebook page. That's how you can help to keep our business alive here during this shutdown. And when you join me on Friday, we're going to talk a little bit about table setting and some fun things the kids can do, and we're going to get your Easter dinner together. You have to have some traditions, and that's going to be a fun thing. All right, I will see you on Friday at 10 o'clock. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. I'm Nancy, your favorite innkeeper from Old Square Inn in Mount Joy. Have a wonderful afternoon. Hi, everyone. Nancy here. If you like this video and want to see more, just click on the subscribe button below. And if you want to try even more delicious recipes from our award-winning B&B, click on the link in the description for our Let's Cook with Nancy cookbook. Makes a great gift for the chef in your life, even if that chef is you. All right, I'll see you in the next video.